we take a brand new layer, we go to black. The lines we pull quite thick, so they're going to be like 20% or any higher, but I think 20% is decent, because by the time you actually do them the real size and you print out the stencil is quite big. You pull these lines super clean, and once these lines are really clean, it just looks good by itself. But we need to make sure all the lines are like curving, everything is like fake. It needs to be so clean that it looks fake. We can't make any sharp edges, sharp corners. This style is all about the elegance and like the simplicity. The simplicity is what sells. How much you draw in the middle, that's kind of up to you, how busy you want to go for it. And then when we do the outsides, again, be really clean, really simple, really precise. Because the beauty happens where once we add the small details, make sure all the joints are joined together, no gaps in between. Let's say, let's not make this line look like comes out here. We purposely start the line elsewhere just so it doesn't line up together perfectly, because that would be odd. You can call that accident, but it could be a mistake. And then what we did here was I made a new layer, and then with the red I went all over on the sides like this. So that is that layer. See, I made basically a parallel lines, which then indicates how far you need to pull those black inner lines. And then it's easier for you to know how far to pull, because then it looks like this in the end when it's all nicely finished, nice and neat. And you don't have to go around to like delete, you can just draw up to that line. But we basically did the line, then we desaturate to like whatever saturation you need, and I made a new layer for the inner lines. We always keep things separate, so that line is inner there. And that's about it. Then we just draw those little lines now. What I like to do is, so let's say we have the outside line there. I draw the middle, and then I draw the middle of the middle, and then I draw the middles in the middle to make sure all the lines are kind of the same distance from each other. So like we got middle here, and then we draw the middle there, and then here it's like where the spikes are, or where the deepest distance is. And then I draw the middle here, and then we have middle there, then we have the middle here, and again and again and again. And this is how I can control how far the distances are in between the lines, and like making sure they are as close as perfect next to each other as we can. But yeah, that's what we do all over now. So warm down, and then let's say if you do exactly the same here, middle, and then the middle, make sure that is going through, and the middle there, the middle here, and the middle there. I can split these in half. Sometimes I do like to put more lines in the middle, just so it's more darkness in a sense. And then those lines would not, well, having those lines right next to each other more, or just the capacity of how many lines there are, makes it look darker. And the darkness itself makes it look cool. And again, middles, and then we draw the middles, and the middle here, that's not middle, there. And then plus in settings, I don't know if you saw, if I filmed, I can't remember now, but I did adjust stabilization a little bit more, just so we have easier times with pulling lines. You could be there like really hardly focusing, making sure they're super duper clean, or you can just make setting, and then when you tattoo, you can just pull clean lines there. As in, like, what I like to do is when I draw, I don't want to be like drawing for 100 hours, so therefore I put stabilization on so I can pull these lines faster, clean. It's not that we can't, it's just speed wise, there's so much to draw. And again, like if this would be on a person that I would know, if I've done tattoos on her previously and they would be fine, I would not make all these small lines, because these small lines take so much time, and I rather do these lines on a person on a day. What I could do is make the red line in the stencil, so I know from where to pull those lines, but these lines individually, I would just not do them. And then if you by accident stencil wrong and you need to re-stencil, guess what? You got tons of purple lines that you need to wash off. But if you only have the outer ones, it's easier, it's more doable. And mostly what I do, this is like a trick. I go to the person, well, I am there when I put stencil on, but I would say, I have an idea. And they're like, what? And I was like, what if I give you the tissue, I'll give you the green soap, and you scrape it off yourself? It'll be easier for you to see and for you to feel how hard to press, how rough to scrub, because I feel like I'll be inflicting pain in you and harming you. But if you do yourself, it'll be easier for you to feel it. Plus, I can go downstairs and I can make another stencil, or wherever you made the stencil. And then everybody's like, yeah, fine. And then you leave them with the tissue, and then what always works is I give them the tissue, I give them the green soap and 100% and everything they need. And I was like, this is what you need to use, just scrape off, yeah? And I just go make new stencil. And as I'm making the stencil, the person is in my room and they just scraping off the stencil. And then they don't want to feel like they're doing bad job. So they try to do their best to get all the stencil off, because if there's any stencil left, they will feel like they have done a bad job, which is kind of opposite. Like we would be doing the bad job to them, because we would feel like guilty scraping off the stencil. So we would be the ones doing bad job. But because they feel like they don't want to do a bad job, they end up doing a lot. And mostly every time I go upstairs, because our printers are downstairs, if you've seen on YouTube videos, the stencil is gone. Like 99% times, it's 99% gone. It's a lot gone, because people don't want to feel like they haven't done a good job. So they literally scrape the stencils off for you. So what we do now is I will clean the middles, as in like make sure these lines are nice and parallel. I kind of scrape them off just for the looks, but now when we do actually the real lines, we are making sure these lines are parallel. I could almost desaturate the red even more, just so it doesn't bother me too much. It's easier to see where I'm actually putting the lines. And we do these double lines here because 99% of the times we ended up, you can't because it's two separate layers, but this ends up being black or dark or quite dark shaded. And then once we have finished these lines, I would call it done, as in like stencil wise, drawing wise, shading and stuff like that we're gonna add when we actually do the piece, when it's done. Oh, we almost forgot about this guy. Then we do parallels in the middle section, and then that is done. Nice.